when you're boxed in on all sides out of 5,872,632,183 known ways to get out of the box, only one is best. That's to throw away the daggone box. Guys, if you go with me on this journey today, this potential Bigfoot Sasquatch expedition, where we may or may not see or hear the potential Bigfoot Sasquatch that potentially lives in these forests, or where we may or may not run into an older gentleman who comes and goes, who knows where, no one knows, but as he pleases. But what I can promise you is that this will be time spent that you will never, ever, ever get back. And I must also disclose to you this is a paid promotion. Get my 6. So, here's what's going on, guys. As we seek out he, she, it, or they, a lot of you folks in the comments have been saying, wow, you're a good storyteller. You should write a book. If you did, I'd read it. And I want to say, yeah, really? How many of my other books have you read? And then I thought, well, these folks don't really know about them because I don't talk about them on here, because that's not what this channel's about. But for this video, it will be, as we're ever so closely monitoring the background and our surroundings. Put your headphones on and rewind and listen right there. Okay, guys, so here's a book I wrote. What's it about? It's about everything. It's about life. It's so profound. It may potentially change the way you look at life and the way you currently live. Hold on a second. Well, ain't no daggone title on that book, Crazy Lake. Your name ain't even on the cover of that book, Crazy Lake. How we supposed to know what the heck the name of the book is if it ain't got no name, Crazy Lake? You know, one of my favorite writers is Stephen King. And here's a quote from him, and it's from one of his books. The most important things are the hardest to say because words diminish them. Well, that's exactly how I felt about this book after I wrote it, because it is so profound. It took 18 months to write. It's so profound that I thought, you know, if I give this book a title, that will detract from, it'll just take away from the profoundness of this work, this great work, potentially, of American literature. So, just as an example, I'm going to at random, wait a minute, where's my daggone thing? I saw something, potentially. Got lightheaded for a second. Oh, it's gone. Okay, as I was. At sheer random, I'm going to read part of a sentence to give you an example of how profound this potential great work of literature is. When the song was over, the small group on the back patio. I mean, that's just part of a sentence, and it almost brought me to tears. Had I not read it, had I not written it, had I not known what that part of that sentence was going to say, I would have cried. And you may potentially, if you read the whole sentence. Okay. The whole thing about the title, that's not really true. This book does have a title. It's called The Box. And it is by me. It's my other name, Kevin Lake, when I'm not being referred to as crazy. And look, there's me, my beautiful bride, and our darling son on the back of the book. I'll be putting the link to this book on Amazon in the description of this video. You can get it in print, I think, for $8 and something. It's less than $9, and it's in ebook version too. I don't know how much that is for your Kindle or whatever you read on. It's like $5. I'm not exactly sure. It'll be in the link. But what's it about? You know what it's about? It truly is about life. It's about the box that the majority of the human race spends the majority of their time living in. And it's a box whose sides are formed by other people, other people's expectations, our own past experiences and limitations we placed upon ourselves because maybe we failed in the past, or maybe because we succeeded. I think a lot of you, if you think deeply, you'll understand what I'm talking about here. But just a quick rundown. The two main characters, Devin and Christina, two young people that are very talented, very gifted, but they don't particularly care about what it is they're talented and gifted at. However, one, Christina, feels compelled to live inside the box that her parents and her professors and her teachers and her skill set says she should stay in, even though she's not passionate about her work. Devin, on the other hand, hold on, we got something going on right here in this area. I'm going to hunker down here. Ironically, this is the last location where I saw the old hermit a couple weeks ago when he came to the house to get me one morning. We've seen strange things here before. Oh! Yeah, we're not far from the receiver of the ultimate contraption. Guys, this is such a high traffic area right here. So anyway, this Devin character, he pursues his passion. He takes the path way less traveled. And as a result, most people don't really, it's not that they don't like him, but they don't understand. They kind of shun him, ostracize him. But when he and Christina meet, they kind of form a relationship because they share a similar passion. They're passionate about music. Okay, there's a spoiler alert. I'll go ahead but Christina's a successful young businesswoman, and Devin is a very talented writer, but he likes music, and so does Christina. So they start playing music together, and Christina's parents are not so happy that she's with this Devin character. Because smart as he is, and comes from a good family, he's dropped out of college twice because his heart just wasn't what everybody said his head should be into. So they get together, and Christina, through Devin's example, learns how to throw away the box, live the life she wants to live because it's what she wants to do. She pursues her passion along with Devin, does what a lot of people would say is just, oh my. Oh my God. Put in your headphones and go back and listen. I kind of forgot what I was talking about because that was creepy. I cannot wait to rewind this and see that and see what that was. Whatever it is, it's gone now. Potentially. Is he sitting there? Guys, I'm going to reverse the phone, zoom, and get closer. Listen. Put your headphones on. There's a plane flying over. It's not the plane. There's something like growling. Do you hear that? Where did it go? Is that it? I'm not alone in these woods, guys. And I'm not staying in here much longer. You get the point. I did write a book. I just didn't know how to use the cover creator software program to actually put the title on the cover. That's the truth. I made up that story about, it's a pretty profound work, but I got it on the side. It's called The Box. Kevin Lake. Links in the description. Two things to remember. This is from the book. Everybody in life can hear the music, but it's those who create it. Wait a minute. You know, you're having a rough day and your nerves are a wreck when you can't even quote yourself. Everyone can hear the music, but it's those who live outside the box who create it. Wow, that would have looked really profound had I not screwed up my own quote. Potentially. Number 2, never forget that you are never alone in the woods when you are alone in the woods. Bigfoot Sasquatch is always there. Potentially.